Hello everyone, it's Mark. I am the Sanderson Collector, and today I've got 3 small things to unbox and maybe a few big boxes to show you too. First up, I have 2 packages from the United Kingdom. These are both copies of the same book, so let's see what they are. Alright, and the first one, there we are, it's the later UK printing of The Rithmatist, with the new cover art that they had done. It doesn't actually tell me who the cover artist is, it just says cover designed by crush.co.uk, illustration copyright Zephyr234. So what does that mean is in the other package? Well, let's take a look. And it is another copy of The Rithmatist. This is the original UK edition, published by Orion. Now, for whatever reason, Orion did not keep printing this book, and instead the contract went to Tor, who now prints the UK editions of Rithmatist with the new cover. Personally, I like the older cover better because it shows Joel and the cool little chalklings, and there's even chalklings on the back, which I think is neat. It's got the shiny gold on the front and everything. The new cover just has this random clock thingy with glyphs that I don't fully understand, but either way, it's cool. Alright, I've been looking at these for a little while, and I noticed a few things that I wanted to share with you. First is that the original UK paperback has these cool little cover flaps, which we don't really see here in the United States. Some of the UK editions have these, some of the other foreign editions that I have them as well, and so it's always cool to see those. Another thing I noticed is that the text in both of these is still the US text. They have not changed it to fit British English. That is, the quotation marks are still double quotes on the sentences, and they did not add a U to any of the words. So we've got the same pages for both of these. Glad to add these to my collection. These were 2 of the last few UK covers that I was missing, and I'm happy to get them. So those are both going in my shelves in the UK section. Now, speaking of my shelves, you may have noticed that some of my shelves look a little emptier this week. That's because I've been rearranging. I got a new bookcase, and then rearranged a bunch of my books to put them on there, and have made a bunch more room. And I made a bunch more room because I got a shipment of foreign editions that I'm going to be unboxing over the next couple of weeks and organizing and putting on my shelves, and I was kind of running out of room. I no longer have any books stacked on top of any other books on my shelves, which looks a lot nicer, and I'm really happy to have things expanded out so that my books have room to breathe. But before we get into those foreign editions, I said I had 3 books to unbox. I've done 2 of them, the Rithmatist editions, so let's get into the third one. This one comes from the United States, so some of you may be a little bit more familiar with the book and the cover than you are with, say, the Rithmatist covers. So let's see what it is. It is the signed edition of White Sand, Volume 2, and it's got this nice protective plastic around it, which I'm going to take off to check some things. It's got this little signed edition tag up at the top, which thankfully is not a sticker. It's actually printed onto the dust jacket, so they printed a special dust jacket for these. And what makes it different than just getting a signed copy of the original is that there's this tip-in page that Brandon signed and then sent off, and they put in. A tip-in page is a page that is added to the book after the regular binding process. Usually they send the author a stack of these pages, and he signs all of them, and then they go back through and put them into the book. You can see in the regular edition that that page isn't there. It just goes in with the one page and then the first page of the text, and that's what makes it different, and it does not have the little tag here on the front. And as it's a separate edition, the signed edition, which is the one on the left here, has a separate ISBN. However, the contents of the book are completely the same, including the title page, where it lists both the standard edition and signed edition ISBNs. So here is my copy of the regular edition, which is signed on this page. You can see that it has both ISBNs listed there. And then here is my copy of the signed limited edition, which, as you can see, has the same ISBNs, says first printing, everything else is the same. And so it's really just the tip-in page and the dust jacket that are different. And this matches up with how the signed limited edition of The first volume of White Sand was different from the regular edition. The exact same differences, the tip-in page and the little tag on the front of the book. So that's that. I'm happy to add that one to my collection to complete the hardcover sets of US White Sand. And so I'm going to go ahead and put those on my shelf. And that's all of this week's new editions put on the shelves, so now let's get into the fun foreign editions. So here I am with foreign edition box number 1. Now before I open it, I've been told that the volume is hard to hear on my videos sometimes, so I got this microphone. Hopefully it helps. Let me know if you notice a difference. And so I'm about to open this box up. I've received a stack of these from a friend of mine who was very generous. I don't know exactly what's in them. All I know is that it's foreign editions of Sanderson stuff, so I'm going to be finding it out as you do, so I'm super excited. Let's get into it. Well, they're well packaged. There we go. Alrighty, got the box open, and inside all the books are nicely packed and stored so that they stay safe in transit. So what's inside each of these? Alright, nicely taped up. Got to open this too. And let's see, that says Alcatraz. Chinese Alcatraz. That's cool. And Thai Alcatraz, which has the US cover for Knights of Crystallia, I believe. I'm not sure which Alcatraz book this one is from China. And more Chinese Alcatraz. And more Chinese Alcatraz. And more Chinese Alcatraz. So this must be... Oh, okay. Knights of Crystallia, which makes this... Okay, so it does tell me on the covers which ones these are. So this one says it is Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians in Chinese. And it's got the little advertisement thingy at the bottom. I don't know what that's called. And the cover on the inside, hilariously goofy, with, I guess, Alcatraz peeking out through the lens on the cover. Who knows? Discovering these covers is going to be most of the fun. But even though it's book 1 in the series, for some reason it has a number 2 on the spine. I don't know. And then book 2, Alcatraz versus the Scrivener's Lens in Chinese. See, it says Alcatraz versus Scrivener's Lens down here at the bottom. Has the book in Chinese. Has the wacky illustration on the inside. I don't understand. Again, we can see Alcatraz. I guess that's Alcatraz peeking out through the cover. Text is all in Chinese. And this one has the number 5 on the spine. Again, I don't know why, but it does. And here's Alcatraz versus the Knights of Crystallia. You can see in Chinese. Got a little castle on the back with a lizard. And Alcatraz peeking out from the cover, which has Alcatraz and some friends. I don't claim to understand these covers. They're really kind of wacky. Again, published by Redhead. This one is number 8. I don't know what the numbers actually mean. I would like to figure that out at some point. And finally we get to Alcatraz versus the Shattered Lens in Chinese. And this one, let's see what's on the inside here. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what's going on in any of these. They're ridiculous and hilarious and absurd. And it's even got a little Mickey Mouse cutout for this one instead of just the rectangles and stuff for the previous ones. And it has a review on the back from a place called Kiss the Book. Foreign editions are always so much fun. Jeez. The biography of Brandon on the inside of the cover has a picture of a dude with a bag over his head. Go figure. And the number on the spine of this one is number 9. So I don't know what that means or how that works out. Each of these are long enough. I think they're the full version of an entire Alcatraz book. When I put them in series order and look at them, they are in order. It's 2, 5, 8, 9, but there's a bunch of numbers missing. I'm going to figure out what's going on here, but right now I don't have any idea. So that was pack 1, 4 Alcatraz books, and another Alcatraz book, Knights of Crystallia in Thai, which is pretty cool. It's got the US cover, which I'm sure you've seen before, and it's got the Thai text in the book. Right, and that's pretty unique. It has the ISBN on the spine of the book. I've never seen that before. Usually it's just on the back, which it still is. So there's 5 Alcatraz editions. Now I've got 2 more of these little things in here, and I have no idea what's in them, so let's get into it. Sub-box number 2 out of box number 1. And let's see. Ooh, Indonesian Steelheart. That's cool. That's a really nice cover. And here we have an Indonesian Alcatraz book 5, Alcatraz versus the Dark Talent, with a very confident looking Alcatraz. But for some reason they still advertise on the cover like that he is New York Times best-selling author. They didn't translate that into Indonesian. And the last one is a paperback Bulgarian Warbreaker with the cover by Dan Dos Santos that we all know and love. That one's pretty cool. Got the Bulgarian text and the map. And they went all the way with translating this one. They even translated Brandon's name and everything. So there's nothing English in this one. So that's super cool. I am going to take the plastic off of these 2 to see what's in here and have a look in the book, because that's always fun. Oh, nice. This one has the raised lettering on the front. This is the Indonesian Dark Talent. You can see it's got the embossed lettering on the cover, which is nice. And all it says on the spine is that it's book 5. It doesn't even have the subtitle Dark Talent. And oh good, they did get the letter in the back, which I'm not going to read for you because that's a spoiler. Oh, and they got the footnotes too. Delightful. That's awesome. And they got the art. This is one of my favorite pictures. They've got Alcatraz's mom sitting there reading a copy of Mistborn. It's so fun. Little self-reference to his works. And the Indonesian Steelheart. Nice and thick. Novel Fantasy number 214. Quotes by Patrick Rothfuss, Strange Horizons. Ooh, they've got these cool separator pages for the parts of the book. That's neat. I'm guessing that's part 2. And there's part 3, same page. And the last part, which has a full page spread. That's cool. And the acknowledgements. And the advertisement in the back for the future books in the series is in English even. They show the English covers and editions, which I would assume that they've got translated versions of these somewhere. Yeah, that cover is super cool. You can see the cold steel feeling of New Cago and what I assume is Steelheart himself standing there with his cape billowing out. I love this cover. It's so neat. So there's box 1, sub-box 2, a Bulgarian Warbreaker and Indonesian Alcatraz 5 and Steelheart. Let's see what's the last thing in this box. If it'll come out of the box. There we go. All right, let's see. And, ooh, that's a French Queer Dieu. I think that's French Steelheart. Yes, original title Steelheart. So this is a French copy of Steelheart, and it's almost the same shape as a US mass market paperback, which is cool because there is no US edition of Steelheart that's that size. And let's get this sticker off so we can see the cover. That's cool. It's got another rendition of what I assume is New Cago with, again, I'm guessing that's Steelheart himself on the front. Super cool. And they advertise the French editions in the back, all of which have covers that I'm sure you recognize for the other copies, or the other books that Brandon has written. So hopefully I'll be able to pick some of those up. Maybe some of them are even in these boxes, who knows. And then here is, ooh, French Rithmatist. This is a super cool cover. Let me get the sticker off so that you can see. That is super cool. It's got the, what I'm assuming is Joel and one of Melody's unicorns versus maybe one of Nalazar's students or Nalazar himself and a dragon. I love the detailed chalklings on this one. I wonder if it has the art. Yes, it does, and they translated it too. So they've got all the diagrams in here from the original, but translated into French. This is a really nice edition. I like this. Yeah, I wish we had that cover in English. Oh, and then we've got 2 more Indonesian Alcatraz books. And here is book 2, Scrivener's Bones in Indonesian. And here is what I'm assuming is book 1 in Indonesian because it does not have a subtitle. Whoa! Well, that is a totally wacky cover. I love it. It's got Alcatraz and Grandpa and Bastille and some of the other smedries. This is definitely book 1 based on the illustrations. It's super cool. Alcatraz, Bastille, yeah, I don't know who else that is on the cover. They've even got the map in the front. The advertisement in the back for all the books. Scrivener's Bones, Knight of Crystallia, Shattered Lens, Dark Talent. So let's have a look at Scrivener's Bones. Ooh, that's a really cool cover too. We've got Alcatraz and Bastille and I guess one of his cousins and some super creepy skulls in the background all floating around and a disembodied hand on the back. It's so awesome. And yep, it's the new edition because it's got all the cool illustrations in the book, which are super awesome. I love these illustrations. And yep, they advertise books 3, 4, and 5 in the back. And the covers on both of these Indonesian editions are embossed. Hopefully the other Indonesian editions are somewhere. I've got Dark Talent here, which, oh, I forgot to look. So here's a fun thing about the Dark Talent edition. In the back of the book, there's this kid called Mark Lindbergh. That's me. It's always fun to open the foreign editions and find my name too. I think that's the only one out of this box. Yeah, that's going to be the only one out of this box. Well, that was super exciting. Indonesian, Thai, Chinese, and French and Bulgarian editions. Those are all super cool. I'm glad to add on my collection, especially these. I love this French cover for the Rithmatist. So those are all going on my shelves real soon. If you have a question about any of the editions that I opened up today, you can go ahead and leave a comment below and ask me. If you have something else you want to comment on, please do so. Make sure to remember to like and subscribe my videos, and I'll be back next week with more foreign book unboxings.